Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Adjust the Mic family. This is Charlie.
And Scott.
Hey, just because we act like children, it doesn't mean that children should be listening.
F words and B words, C words, we say them all.
Oh my. Everything we say, we don't know what we're talking about, and we're clueless.
Chris knows a lot.
I mean, science. Yeah, and thank you for downloading and subscribing to the Adjust the Mic podcast.
Why are you calling my girlfriend in the middle of the night?
I don't call no girls in the middle of the night. You got the wrong number.
Boy, you tell me who you are.
So, are you just going to ask me questions and I can answer it and then we'll go from there? And you can edit out anything that makes me look stupid, or if I say something really messed up that needs to be gone.
You like the Foo Fighters?
No.
Right there. 137?
137.
All right. What's up, everybody? Episode 137 of Adjust the Mic. We got over to my right, Mr. Scott Geiser himself, the hostess with the mostest. To my left is the beautiful craft beer queen, Colleen Comerford.
How are you now? What are you all yipping
I have no
about?
idea.
And I'm sitting in Charlie's chair because he's not here today.
What are we going?
What's
Milky
Charlie
Way
doing
Mandingo?
today? He's moving.
Chris.
Yeah, and I am Milky Way Mandingo.
Charlie's been threatening us
Bounce
with his
Chico.
moving for how long now?
Well, that's a lot.
I know.
He's just like trying to skip all of Just the Mic activities. Oh, I'm closing that day. And then that day he's like, oh, I'm not closing that day. I'm closing tomorrow. I'm closing next weekend. I don't know when I'm closing.
I mean, he's got his plate full, right? Because he's got to get the old place ready to sell, and then he's got to go to the new place.
He just doesn't care about the show as much as you guys.
You could definitely
obviously tell.
It's real plainly obvious.
It's pretty plain, yeah.
He's lost his
Pretty
his love
shitty
for
weekend to have to move, though. It's been raining like the whole weekend.
You know, we didn't get as much rain as we were supposed to, though. They were
No.
calling for like 3 inches, and we only barely
Now,
got half.
you know, we all know he's been moving all weekend. Have any of us offered to help?
That's what I said to Brent. I'm like, you're going to offer to help, but Brent was
No,
at a golf tournament.
I didn't.
And I was at home with my
He
kids.
even talked to me. I'm like, I didn't even bring it up.
It didn't even occur to me.
Is it like...
Because I would have helped if he asked.
Well, it
If
was
he
so
asked me,
last
I would have
minute.
helped in a heartbeat.
But it's
I
also
played-
last minute, dude. Like, we just found out when. Friday or something?
It's been on the fly.
Yeah.
But it's the one thing, like helping people move sucks.
It's the worst.
It takes your whole day. But you do it in a heartbeat.
But you do it.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and then after you do it, you're proud that you did it. It's a good memory and experience. Remember, I hope you moved, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a whole thing. But before, like, I thought about it. I'm like, should I ask? And he'd probably take me up on it, I would think. But I was like, I'm just not going to say anything as if he asked me.
It didn't even occur to me to ask. I was off in my own little world yesterday, but I would have totally helped though, because it's like because he would have helped if I asked to move
In a heartbeat.
You know, so it's like,
And I
it's
didn't
one of
ask
those
him to
things.
help, and when I moved either. You know what I mean? I feel like
I don't
you
know if I
wanna put
remember
people
that
out.
right. I thought
he
that
help
you.
you?
No, I think that. Didn't you get in a fight with him and Joe about the fact that you were moving? You asked for help, and they didn't show up when they said they were going to.
No, maybe I'm wrong. There was something that we all got into it on, but I don't know if it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it was that.
Because this is when I was first on, and I thought I was like, "Oh God, is this
it-
another fake fight?"
I think
or
it
is this
was
a real
one of
fight?
those me getting the the equipment up and ready to record on the day, because I was moving and I was stressing of getting everything here and set up in time to record because we were trying to keep on track. There was something there though. I don't remember what exactly. He'll know. He'll remember.
He'll remember.
He'll remember a lot better than me. So Sunday morning, 8
It's
o'clock.
Sunday.
Yeah, me and Colleen are sitting over here, stomachs growling.
I know.
I
We
know,
should
I'm
have ate
hungry
before.
too. I totally should have cooked even.
No,
No.
I got about 6 o'clock even.
Did you?
Yeah, I just slowed it. I just took my time.
Yeah, it's
doing
about when I
everything.
got up this morning too.
So today is supposed to be the Foo Fighters concert,
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And what happened?
and instead we're gonna go see Nine Inch Nails. I think that this whole concert is completely cursed because, Korn was supposed to close Friday night. They didn't get to because of the weather. Like yesterday was Saturday. Like 5 bands got canceled because of the weather, and then Jane's Addiction had to back out of the show today because Dave Navarro has COVID, and I guess now Porno for Pyros will be playing instead, and they're going to sing some of, Jane's Addiction songs. But
Yeah,
it's like
Who is playing
it's
today?
constant changing, and I'm over it, man.
So
I'm not even
Porno
really,
for Pyro.
Yeah, so we got 9 Inch Nails, Smashing Pumpkins. Is that it? Yeah,
Yes.
Porno for Pyros, Hailstorm. Hailstorm's good. Pretty Reckless, yeah.
the Struts.
Ooh, Spirit Box is playing today. I'd go see them.
Well,
They're a good band.
The earliest I'd even want to get there is to see the Struts, and even then, they're only playing for 30 minutes.
Get
I'm
the
like,
fuck out, really?
Yeah, I don't want to show up for that. So we'll show up later in the day.
Steel Panthers playing.
I just cannot believe how much money we spent to see the fucking Smashing Pumpkins and 9 Inch.
They had Rise Against on again,
Where?
right? Yesterday.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Damn, Guns N' Roses.
I didn't think they'd
Guns
get
N'
together again.
So the 9 Inch Nails, what am I saying? They don't even start playing until 9:35, and I'm like,
Dude, that's
Are you gonna
bedtime.
you're getting there at 1?
no. Our babysitter's coming to the house one. We're probably not going to go to the actual show until like 6. Like we're going to go and do other stuff and
Are you
hang
telling
out.
the babysitter?
Yes, they know.
They know.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be out. I'm so fucking old. I'm like, I don't want to be in the heat and outside for that long for bands that I don't
agree.
care about. Because I already know, like, I mean, I care, but not enough to be out in that heat for this.
Yeah, the
Because
Who's
I want to
playing.
last until 9 Inch Nails comes on, you know?
How long at a concert before you become one of those mud people that throw shit at each other at porta
Bro.
potties?
That's not happening
At
to
our
me.
age, come on now. Maybe 20 years ago.
Right?
Now it's like if you hit me with that and knock this $15 beer out of my hand, we're gonna have words.
I'm just glad I had the VIP so I have air conditioned bathrooms and shit.
Damn,
you
look
know?
at you.
Hey, this was all supposed to be a completely different show. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like
the whole purpose
still
of
some type
going
of
was
way.
going to see your people.
Absolutely. There's no fucking way I'd be going to a festival there's no other band except for the Foo Fighters that I would do it. Not even one. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even think where I'd be like, yeah, okay. No. Just Foo Fighters, that's it.
Here, scroll up. Let's see who got rained out on Friday.
I think
So Korn got rained out. Breaking Benjamin got rained out. Megadeth. Ugh. Ministry. Oh, I would have seen Ministry.
No, so Megadeth got rained out, but I think Seether still got to play. I think that was the last one.
Damn.
And I think Ministry backed out too. So, or it was because they're all different stages,
Those
you know.
big
So
I
these
know all
bands,
those
some
big
of them are
names,
playing
but
at
all
the
those
same
little
time.
names are those like up and coming bands.
Baroness, no, they've been around. You know Seven Dust. I'm surprised they didn't get a bigger billing on that. But Whitechapel, they're pretty big. I don't remember.
Stick to your young guns.
I don't recognize any of the other ones. But yeah, Baroness is really
Stick
good.
to your guns.
It's just crazy how many alerts I've been getting because, you know, we have the apps and all this stuff it's crazy. I have all these passes I have to wear. I have to wear this wristband and I have these placards and stuff because it's all the VIP. And it's just like, I'm not even the least bit excited.
Important.
No, but it's like, I've never been to a show like this before.
When
where
I poop, cold air blows in my face.
I'm just saying.
Just go and have a good time.
I know.
Is that too much to ask for a Sunday afternoon? Damn, I got to go see fucking Nine Inch Nails again. God, it's such an
Christ, it's gonna be
inconvenience.
so
Is this
warm.
first world problems
This
here?
is the epitome of
God.
a first world problem. God, I guess I'll go watch Smashing Pumpkins
So-
on the main stage.
So Smashing Pumpkins and Jane's Addiction are actually going on tour together now. Like they
Okay.
were just on Howard Stern this week, and I was so excited after listening to their
Yeah.
interview to see Jane's Addiction play, and now this.
And
But,
then,
yeah,
so last weekend you guys recorded without me, or not this past Tuesday, but before,
yeah,
was the first episode that
you haven't been.
I didn't have to be there.
What did that feel like for you?
That was nice.
What'd you have
No.
going on?
I kind of know because like seeing that you guys got to go record without me was like a relief of stress maybe, or some kind of underline of it's on me to do it.
Yeah,
Like Brent came over within 5 minutes. I showed him how to do everything. He had it set up perfectly.
yeah.
You guys sounded perfectly. Everything was fantastic. It was a great episode.
It's me and Charley only too.
I know.
So the two quote smart guys of the podcast. They weren't there, and we still
Y'all killed it.
It was awesome that Richard was there too, because like Rachel was supposed to be there to help us out, and she couldn't go. Like all these people that were supposed to be there to help us like talk, they didn't show up. But then we saw Richard, and I'm like, yes.
The best part of it was like I'm listening to it, you know, and kind of trying to edit it up and everything. I didn't have to edit anything other than just get a good entry point, exit point. But
Yeah,
it
Rich-
was 100% music,
Yeah.
bands, rock.
Yeah.
What rocks?
Yes.
And it was like, boom, it was a great episode. It really was.
It was really cool because he knows so much about music, and it's like we all like the same stuff. So that was fun.
And it's like I don't know enough about music, so we don't talk a lot of music.
Yeah.
Like you guys go through your riffs on each episode where you kind of boom, like we'll all talk food all day long.
yeah,
But when it comes to that, so seeing you guys just boom, it was great.
I saw Richard pretty shortly, a couple days afterwards, and he said he enjoyed it.
Well, Richard, when I first started listening to Tom and Dan, again, like after my divorce, I started going to events and stuff. They had this little game of magnets thing they used to play where they'd steal each other's magnets, Tom and Dan magnets, and then you'd post it on the BDM on their Facebook group page. And, him working with UPS, Jared at the office at his house, he had to deliver something there, saw Jared's truck, stole his magnet. And then came into our office one time and stole my magnet because he was delivering to our office on Garden Street. And so we kind of knew him because he'd come in and be a smart ass about a magnet of ours that he got, and then we'd see him in the BDM page, and he's so awesome. So,
he's good people.
Just then seeing him at the brewery and knowing how well you guys know him and everything is pretty cool. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, why weren't you there last week?
My mom was in town. My sister, y'all know I went to that graduation. My sister graduated.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother stayed in through the weekend, so I had kids that weekend. We left Friday right after work. We went over to Arcadia, which Arcadia is kind of the middle of nowhere in the state. It's like south of Lakeland and Orlando, kind of in the middle of the state. And you go all the way down to Okeechobee, down 95, and then just cut straight over to Arcadia. So it's about a 3.5 hour drive. It's not too bad, but it's a whole different world down there, man. A lot of farms, sod farms. You got all these orange groves. I mean, it's just one big straight road over there.
Mm.
And we hung out. My sister's awesome. She's got goats, chickens, and everything. The kids all love that. The big thing is Saturday. I wasn't sure how pumped up I was to do this because it just seemed like a touristy thing to me. My mom, every time she comes down here, she used to, she was born here in Titusville or in Miami, loves Playlinda Beach. That's my beach. I always try to talk up Playlinda Beach. I don't like the Gulf Coast beaches because there's no waves. It's kind of
It's
boring.
weird, right?
It's so weird.
It bothers me. But so many people love it more than over here.
Because you don't have
Why?
to worry about the tide taking you out if you want to relax. That's the first thing I thought when
Yeah.
I went one time to see ski. Like, oh God, we were.
Right?
I was like 21, but
Okay.
that's the first thing I thought when I saw that beach. I'm like, but
Yeah.
you're a surfer kind of guy, so you like the waves.
And we all, I just like playing in the waves and doing all that stuff. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. You guys, this is y'all's thing, but let's go do it. So my mom's trying to oversell. She wants to go collect shark's teeth. And in Venice Beach over there is like one of the places where you go shark teeth hunting.
Huh.
Right. And
Shark teeth hunting.
I get, yeah. Right. So they're like, oh, you got to get a strainer. You got to get something that, that's what we use to sift through the sand, So I'm sitting here thinking like Bering Sea gold and shit, These motherfuckers with the sluice boxes over top
Oak
of the
Island.
ice and all this crazy shit. I'm just like, oh my God, this is going to be
You're going to
ridiculous.
end up with a gold doubloon.
I'm telling
From the Knights Templar.
I'm telling the kids about it. They're like, yeah, we're going to get shark's teeth. So everybody's pumped about it, and I'm just going along for the ride. I'm like, I'm not mad about it, but it's not something that's pumping me up or anything. But you get to hang out with the family. And we get out there. There's no parking spots. We're driving around like all these, primo where everybody wants to go. And what I'm noticing is everybody that's there is looking for shark's teeth. So like the whole coast is full of people, old, young, every age, with their butts hanging out, bent over, and they're scooping up. There's people with shovels. There's people with like floating noodles with nets in them that they look like they made them themselves, so it floats on the water. So then they can shovel the sand over top, and then automatically sifts down and
Really?
keeps like the chunkier stuff, And then you sit there and you weed through it, and you'll find like some newer white ones, but most of the time it's these old black shark's teeth. And they're like sides, the front, and you can get them to where they're real tiny, or you can get them to where they're a couple inches tall, and those are the ones that everybody's looking for. And I guess they have a little value to them. I don't know, but everybody just likes collecting them. We probably got 100 of them.
Why
Really?
there?
Yeah.
Like, why there? Do you think there's so many in that one? Like, I don't understand
I don't
why
know.
in one spot there'd be so many. Is it like the way
I
the
don't
tide
know.
is or something?
Like, and I think you can find them on this coast too. You know.
Well, doesn't Sean and Lauren always like?
Yeah,
in
they're
their place,
about it.
Always finding shark teeth. I always
Yeah,
see
they're
Lauren
about
posting
it.
stuff.
So I don't know what it is about over there, but I mean, it was insane how many people were there just doing that.
It's
And
so
that's
weird.
That is
That's it.
weird.
Like,
Yeah.
I never thought about it, but like, yeah.
So you ended up with 100 fucking shark
Oh,
teeth, huh?
we probably had.
And this
100
is
of them.
other people
Big
are
ones?
looking for them too.
Anywhere from like the biggest one was probably as big as a thumbnail.
What are you
Yeah,
going to
that
do
we
with all
found.
these shark teeth?
Like my mother collects them. She has a little jar with them, and she'll do art stuff with them eventually or something.
You know, what'd be really funny is your kids are too old for this now, but if they lose a tooth and they believe in the tooth fairy, you swap that out with a shark tooth.
Yeah.
Oh, the tooth fairy made a mistake.
Allie, it was so funny because I know my mom collects these things, right? Like she's hardcore. She loves them. And that's all she talked about. Like, I can't wait to go do this. And when she was there, she was the whole time in about waist deep water.
In it, huh?
And she was just had this little sifter thing, and she was just going through and just looking and looking and looking. After it was all over and we got back to my sister's house, my daughter, she had fun. She loved it too. She wanted it, which ones she wanted. In my brain, I think it was fine between her grandma and her, but I think my mom was kind of like, shit, she's taking some of my shark's teeth that I want. I want to take these all home. But it was a great time, man. It was fantastic. We went and ate at the pier over there. They have a pier, Venice Beach Pier or whatever.
Mm.
Food was fantastic. Great time. Perfect weather over there. The whole thing was great.
Awesome.
But yeah. Something about these shark teeth hunting, man. I didn't know it was such a big thing.
Didn't know that was a thing. No.
It's just blowing my mind to think how many you found and how many all these other people found. That means that
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so many shark
many.
teeth.
And they're supposed to
Like-
be ancient. They're supposed to be like real, like, and even the restaurant we went to, the placemat has every type of shark and then pictures of the shark teeth for reference. So when you're sitting there eating, you can kind of put your shark teeth out and compare to find out which kind of shark it might be.
Okay.
That's actually really cool. Like, yeah, for that restaurant to play off that, because that's neat.
Yeah, we went fishing out there at the Space Center a couple of weekends ago, and I caught a shark out there.
Oh, I
nice.
saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Big boy,
it was
too.
it was about
It was a chunker.
3.5 feet, probably maybe a little bit bigger than that.
It
But
was a chunker, man.
So you
bull
actually
shark.
caught it?
Yeah.
Because I thought that maybe you saw somebody catch it and you're like, I'm going to take a picture of this and say I caught it.
No, we were fishing with live mullet with Gulf rigs and
Okay.
just throwing it out as far as you can. I mean, this is on the Space Center, so you have to be badged to get out there.
Yeah.
So there's nobody out there. It was me and one of my producers from work, John. And that was the only fucking thing we caught. We were out there for 3 hours.
Wow.
And you have the pole and the pole holders, and we're just sitting there bullshitting, and then mine just goes, just takes off. I'm like, oh, that's going to be something big.
Yeah, man.
And it took about 5 or 6 minutes to bring it in. And once we finally got it on shore, we're like, oh, okay, well, we caught a shark. And we could have kept it because it was within bag limit,
Yep.
but it was too big to fit in the cooler that we had.
That's funny.
So we would have had to, clean it all right there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's tricky, too, because if Fish and Wildlife pulls you over, they need to have the full intact thing. So we just
Totally.
put it back in the water and let it go.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a fun fight because you can't reel it too fast because you'll snap your line, so you have to just wear them out.
It's all about the the skill.
Yep.
It really takes a skill.
Yeah, it was.
I think beach fishing is probably my favorite type, even though it's not like the most skilled type. It's just you're throwing it out. And as a kid, my father used to go to the playland and fish all the time.
Yeah.
And I'd be there, and he'd be hanging out with his friends and drinking beer and talking. Going out in the water, they sneak and grab a line, and get underwater and pull it. So they'll tell you as a kid, they're like, hey, you got to sit here and watch these rods and make sure that, if a fish gets it, you got to grab it and go. So they'd go out there and they got to go pee or whatever, and they'd grab the line and yank it, and you're like paying attention as a kid watching it. So you're like, oh shit, you're trying to fight it, and then they're out there laughing their ass off at you. It's I just love everything about it.
Yeah, fishing anywhere is fun, but fishing out there on the beach, you're right. You don't have to know how to use a lure or anything. You just chuck it out there and wait for something to come by and get it.
You know what I mean? And just have some fun.
Yeah.
Fishing
And-
ain't really that fun. Most of the time, it's
Yeah.
very boring.
Well, that's the whole
And then
point.
every once in a while, it's fun.
You're out there, you're out in nature, you're not worried about anything else. I think it's a nice zen moment for me whenever I go fishing.
I think like what you're saying, there's a total a mindset that is completely like, what the fuck y'all doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's boring. But then there's something, I think it comes from a childhood thing.
Yeah.
I think if you didn't fish as a child or something and have that time, when we go fishing and as a family or we went away somewhere, in the middle of when it was late at night and everybody was wanting to go to bed, I would always go out to the boat dock with a fishing rod and catch like all kinds of fish because that was something I could do by myself with them away from me. I don't know why.
Oh, I fished when I was younger. I just didn't really like. I mean, it was exciting when you got one, but for the most part,
you're totally right. It's boring as fuck when you're not catching anything. it totally is.
It just seemed like that was more often the case than me catching stuff.
And I think it's the same with hunting. You know, like when people go hunting, they don't kill something every time they go hunting. It's usually one out of every X amount of times, and that one time makes it all worth it, kind of, I guess.
Sure.
So there's a house at the end of like the street near where I live that has a pond, and it's one of my dad's friends, and so it's stocked like full of fish. So you go
Is that the one that's right by your house?
Yeah, well, it's at the end of the street, like at the end of Knox Right. Jared Glenn used to live in this house back in high school. That's all I know. But now my dad's friend owns it, stocked it up full of fish, and so one time when my nieces were down, we went there to go fishing, and they were catching fish immediately. I'm like, they're getting such a false sense of what fishing is right now, because literally it's like fish after fish because it's just stocked.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, now that all they want to do is go fishing, I'm like, yeah, why don't you go fishing somewhere real? Sit there for hours, catch a fucking stingray or a shoe or a log like I've done.
I took Stella out fishing last week down there by the marina on the river.
Yeah.
And we were using just a fake bait, right? Like the stuff that looks like bait.
Yeah.
A little girl caught 3 puffer fish, like one right after another.
Yeah.
And she was tickled pink every time she got one.
We used to go out to Veterans Memorial Park all the time back in the day because that's where we could cast net mullet because there were always mullet around there. Our waters have definitely changed.
Oh,
like from back
sure.
in the 90s and stuff. I remember coming down for the summer when I first moved here through high school. We used to fish everywhere. We'd wade fish. We've had alligators come at us, where we'd had to get out of the water. We'd do it before school. We'd wake up at like 5 a.m, get out there and with a topwater lure and try to catch a trout or something before school. I hardly do any of that shit anymore, like at all.
Really?
I hardly do any of it, but in the water, it just changed. Like you used to go out there, it was very active, it was a whole experience. I feel like now you go, all you're catching is catfish and pufferfish.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, man, it sucks.
Yeah. Stell just followed me on the Twitter machine. I followed her back, and she's right, because she's such a champion for water quality.
I was just thinking
there.
about her when you were talking about that.
And she's right, because they just, like, what was it? I think Cocoa Beach just applied to dump, like, I don't know, a lot of sewage into the river. Yeah. And it looks like they're going to pass. Like, why would you allow something like that to happen, knowing how shitty the water quality is right now?
And how bad it's already been. And
literally.
How many times we've had issues with it because nobody can come up with a better solution. No one puts themselves out there because everybody's scared for the repercussions. So everybody's scared to put up a real fight for it, like, except for her.
Right.
Like she's out there just every day doing it, testing, putting stuff out there. And I'm sure that it takes a big toll on her and everybody around her.
Well, someone's got to do it.
Yeah, because these people are coming hard at her too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Whenever you're going hard at somebody and for a cause, they know that that's happening. And they know it's at risk for either their jobs or what they're doing or the repercussions. And she's trying to hold them accountable.
Yeah. She's fighting a good fight.
Yeah.
You guys want to take a break?
Yes.
Sure. Let's do it.
Yes. Hello. This is the Chinese buffet calling.
Yes.
Last time you come in, you eat way too much.
Okay.
You're not allowed back anymore.
Okay.
I got your number from credit card info.
Okay.
This is not homeless shelter. This restaurant. You eat all expensive food. You eat all that crab legs.
No, I didn't have any crab legs at the restaurant.
You take so much food and not even eat all. I throw out full plates when I leave your table.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You bad customer. You start talking.
Yeah, 就是他。我叫他永远不要再过来了。
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. You come back. You bend.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've just been pranked by prankdial.com.
Prank dial. Crazy people.
stomach, and we're back. Hungry.
I'm hungry too.
Man, I'm gonna have to
So
stop by
hungry.
Rearview on the way home.
What are
and
we
get
eating?
some biscuits and gravy.
What are you gonna do, Colleen?
I hope a BLT.
Ooh,
I love a BLT.
Me too.
with that thick cut bacon.
No. No, I had the thick cut bacon yesterday on the BLT. It wasn't good. Brent's like, that's what you're supposed to use to sop up egg mess. And
What's the best?
All
What's
that.
the best type of BLT? Like how is it constructed? What kind of bread?
everything bagel.
What kind?
That's the one.
American cheese.
Yes.
Some mayonnaise.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And honestly, lettuce and tomato, and that's it.
And
Damn.
some grease and tomato.
Well, yeah,
thick tomato.
Yes, of course.
Thick tomato.
And the lettuce, nice and crispy.
Yes.
Everything bagel. Oh, it's so
I want one
good.
so bad right now.
That does sound really good.
Gotta phone that in.
You know.
Follow it up with an oatmeal cream pie.
yes. The Sugar Creek on 46.
Mm-hmm.
They have their little luncheon display case thing, and they get the bacon, egg, and cheese, and ham, egg, and cheese, and sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches in the morning, and they just warm them up in the microwave 30 seconds for you. So they're delicious.
I had a croissant from Burger King the other
so
day.
good.
You guys ever get them on croissants?
No,
Dude, they're pretty good.
they're not bad.
Yeah, I forgot. Like how
McDonald's
croissants are pretty good.
does their thing, but they get everything wrong when you go through the line.
Oh.
They're out of everything.
No,
that Burger King
that's
over
not
there
true.
by
well, the Burger King is worse than the
by
McDonald's.
Garden?
Is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
We use them every week with
Burger
the
King.
kids.
Burger King's pretty,
It's dicey.
the thing I like Burger King,
but their croissants are pretty damn good.
They're so good.
but their biscuits are better than McDonald's biscuits. I
Yes,
think.
I agree.
Because that sausage biscuit from Burger King is.
I think their
hits it
breakfast
right.
sandwiches are all better
Burger King
for
has.
the most part.
I don't know if it's new, but it looked like almost like Texas toast, like grilled cheeses and stuff for breakfast sandwiches. Like
Oh.
it looks so good. I'm like, I already had my mindset of croissant. I was like, should I get both? But I'm like, no, don't do it.
Porque no los
I
dos.
know. I was like, don't do it. That is ridiculous. What? Have you guys had it?
No,
What, the croissant?
Like, no, it looks like a Texas toast grilled cheese sandwich or like
Oh, that does
BLT,
sound
like
good.
whatever. I
haven't
hadn't
had it.
seen it. And I
From
was,
Burger King?
Yes.
I think I might be
I haven't
changing
had it.
my
How
breakfast
good is their
plans.
bacon? Because like certain like Wendy's has the best bacon. I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, their
100%.
breakfast
Wednesdays.
baconators are fucking awesome.
Wendy's. Hey, they have that honey,
They
that
have a
maple
breakfast bacon
maple croissant or maple chicken thing. It's really good.
Well, I don't like
Wendy's.
eggs, so I always have to get stuff without the eggs.
Wait, you
but
don't? Yeah, they have a breakfast baconator that is fucking
I
awesome.
forgot
It's got like
they're
a
even open
cheese
for
sauce on it.
breakfast. Oh
Now,
my
have
God.
you done Taco Bell breakfast yet?
No.
I couldn't do that. I tried it one time in the name of science when they first
the name of science.
when they first started
says.
offering it, and it was not good. I don't even remember what it was, but it was so much of a letdown. I'm like, yeah, we don't need to do that again.
No, we get the kids. They can earn every single week McDonald's for breakfast on Wednesdays if they walk into class appropriately.
Oh, nice.
Whatever. So we have the app, and Brent just orders it, and we can just either go through the drive-thru and pick it up, or park and pick it up. They always get it right, but that's why it's always McDonald's for breakfast. But the Burger King, I forgot about the croissant. I was like, I want to really try that croissant, and it was fucking delicious.
Yeah, the new Love's gas station. What's that fast food joint they have there?
Their Hardee's, their breakfast.
The Hardee's.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
really good.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
there's and they have a different like.
Do they have a drive-thru?
McDonald's in
They
the
do.
morning. If I'm running behind, like I've been trying to do oatmeal in the morning and kind of getting my coffee and starting early and slow and not rushing out the door like I usually do. I'd go to that McDonald's over on 46 and I'd always get like an iced caramel macchiato,
Mhm.
but then I get the little 2 sausage burritos, and they're not bad. Especially when they're real cheesy, but they can be terrible. They can be cold. Like they're
Yeah.
very inconsistent.
Yeah,
of
hit or
quality.
miss.
I went over to that Hardee's, and they have it's called like a big breakfast burrito or something, some kind of cool name. That motherfucker is delicious.
Is it
And
really?
it's huge. I mean, it's like a monster breakfast.
I have
It's
to
way too
stop.
much. You can't even finish it.
The last time I was there, I got the country fried steak biscuit.
Ooh, is it good?
It was okay. I'm picky with my country fried steak though,
Me
but
too.
there was
That's
like
why I haven't got it.
there was something weird about the breading on it. The biscuit was really good,
okay.
but the country fried steak was
Country fried
5 out of
steak
10.
is the shit, man.
it is though. They have it at work every Thursday at the Sunnies, and I used to
Man.
every Thursday I'd get it, but then the portions got smaller, and then they changed out the potatoes, and now it's just weird.
Cracker Barrel always had a really good
Cracker Barrel and
yeah.
Morrison's Cafe.
Oh, Cracker Barrel, yeah.
They used to have that smothered pork chop thing in the gravy.
Why are we doing this to ourselves?
I know we're all
God.
starving.
Chris,
So, yeah.
we haven't seen you in forever.
I know.
Because work has been taking you away.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I want to hear about work
really
and chicken.
busy. It's so. Let's start with work first. 'Cause that's easy. So last night, Starliner, the Boeing crew capsule of the ISS, finally docked with the International Space Station.
Yay.
Which was 2 years in the making. So good for them.
Heck yeah, man.
Before that, we had that launch, which was a difficult show to do. It was like an hour and a half, which is short as far as our shows go. But there was a lot of elements, and but that we got that off the ground. A couple weeks before that, we had Crew 4, which is another one of those 4.5 hour long, real long marathon broadcasts. And coming up next, we've got Capstone from New Zealand, which is going to be tying into the Artemis program.
Okay.
And then we've got CRS 25, which is a commercial resupply to the ISS, which unmanned. And then Artemis is going to be happening.
Awesome.
I can't wait. This
some
Artemis
point.
thing. Wow.
Talk
I
about
feel
Artemis a little
talking
bit.
about
Well,
forever.
Artemis
People that don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
Artemis is the sister program to Apollo, which is cool because Artemis, the Greek god Artemis, is Apollo's sister. So that was a cool name, for NASA for that part. But it's the moon rocket. That's how we're going to get back to the moon. And the thing is fucking massive. Like the VAB, usually when you roll the shuttle out of the VAB, it would only go up about halfway, right? Artemis goes all the way to the top of the VAB with like 6 feet of clearance. So the thing
No
is,
way.
yeah, it's absolutely
Dude.
mind-bogglingly massive. It's got 2 solid rocket boosters and 4 main engines on it. So when that thing lifts off, and the solid rocket boosters are bigger than they were on shuttle. I think they're like 2 segments taller. But when they light that fucker off, it's going to be setting off car alarms
I was
Titusville.
going to say, it's going to break my windows because this last launch, that one, was it 2 days ago? Or the one in the morning. My windows, my house shook for so long, and I have not heard it like that in forever.
That was just the Starlink on a Falcon. He's launching those Falcons, it seems, about every other week now. But that it depends on the atmospheric conditions, and they're especially loud in the morning because the air is really still, and there's no wind that could muffle it a little bit. So it's you just have the perfect atmospheric conditions, and it gets really fucking loud. Because I was watching it from office. I went in there early just so I could watch it from out there. And it was ridiculously loud.
I was shocked.
But as loud as that was, Artemis is going to be 5 times as loud as that. I mean, people here, it's going to be insane. But yeah, it's been nutty. This week, I think, is going to be slow as compared to
Nice. You need that.
I know, man. Dude, our whole crew when you get all these launches back to back to back, and we're not just working on a launch the day of. I mean, we're working on these things for weeks and months ahead of time sometimes.
Yeah.
So to do it back to back is a real challenge. But we got Starliner off this week. I ended up taking Friday off as a personal day because it was a 12-hour day, and I knew my Friday was going to be slow. So me and like half the crew took the day off, and ended up getting a call from Stella's school, and Stella had the sniffles, so I got to pick her up, and she was with Rose that day, but Rose was working, so I was like, I'll keep her. She can hang out with me today. And it was a good day. We played video games. We watched movies on the couch, and a little playing hooky. And,
Hey, she's going to remember that for the rest of her life.
I hope so. We had a good day, and I dropped her off with Rose, and then I get her back.
Is she
tomorrow.
feeling better?
Oh yeah, it's just allergies. She gets allergies real bad. But my nephews and my sister Katie. Hi, Katie.
Did Katie find a house?
No, she's moving in with the mother-in-law.
Oh.
But they'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
Give us some time to save up
I've
some
been
money.
thinking
but
about her.
They all the kids, so my 2 nephews, my 2 younger nephews, and then Vincent, my older one, ended up with strep throat, and Vincent, I think, ended up with the flu, and then they passed it all around to everybody. So for like a week there, that whole house was sick as fuck.
Yeah.
And then Stella started complaining about a sore throat this week. I'm like, oh shit, because we were hanging out with those kids all weekend last weekend, and she dodged a bullet. She had her little tonsils were a little swollen, but no fever, and we didn't have to take her to the doctor or anything, so it ended up working out okay.
Thank God, right? You don't have to take her to the doctor.
I know.
Isn't that the worst?
Yeah, because when your kids are sick, right, you just feel so bad for them.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could take this from you and I'll be sick and you be okay, right? So what do? You let them eat and drink whatever they want. And you just post up on the couch. She's like, can I wear a nightgown? I'm like, sure, baby girl. It's like 9 a.m. And that's how we hung out all day, just chilling, and good memories. I'm glad she's feeling better. But that little girl, she seems to get the sniffles all the time, but it's just she's allergic to the various pollens and shit like that are out in the
This is definitely not the time for that.
No. And so I'm talking a lot because Mr. Scott's trying to fix a technical issue here with some headphones, and What else can I talk about? Okay, the chickens. So I've got 6 chickens now.
Okay.
I have 6 chickens in the backyard. See if I can remember their names. Stella named almost all of them. So we got Chicoletta,
Chicoletta, like
Dolly,
from Paw Patrol.
yeah, and then we got original extra crispy,
Oh, come on.
and then I'm forgetting 2 of them.
Scott, I almost got it. Whatever you're doing over there.
So we raised them from chicks, right? We got from Tractor Supply, and because we bought them on a Sunday, they were like $1. So I spent $6 total on these chickens. I've had the chicken coop in the backyard since the last time I had them, and they're really cool. Chickens are the dumbest animals on the planet, probably. I mean, they're just like when I open the door to let them out, 4 of the 6 will figure out how to use the door, but the other 2 will chase the other ones from inside the coop, not knowing that they just walked around the other way. They could go outside. And but yeah, expect to have eggs in probably August. So if you guys want eggs, I mean, I'm going to be having a dozen eggs every other day.
Nice.
Every other day for real?
It'll be, sometimes you'll get them every day.
Yeah.
With 6 chickens, you're going to be able to walk out, like I had 3, and I walked out there every single day for like, it must have been 4 or 5 months where I got 3 eggs a day and 3 chickens.
Yep.
And then sometimes they'll not for a while. There's reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of things that can happen. But yeah, you're going to be giving eggs away.
Yeah.
You're going to be asking people for egg cartons.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Perrys, I always go over there, drop off egg cartons to them, pick up eggs.
Yeah, because I had chickens years and years ago before the divorce, and we had 6 chickens, and it ended up being a dozen eggs every other day. Like,
so what are you going to do
clockwork.
with all these eggs if you can't
Just give them
away?
out?
You give them away. You eat a lot of them.
Yep.
I mean, they're healthy. I mean, if you do
They're
it right.
real healthy, yeah. Because like the egg yolk you get from the store, it's like a real pale yellow. These guys, it's like bright orange almost, and it's there's something different
Higher
about
vitamin content.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons.
And especially if you spend the money on the really good high end feed, then they can produce some good eggs.
And you like to cook, you know? So like, there's things you can do with those eggs, to where like with steak and with sauces and stuff, you can take that little egg yolk and set it on a bed of salt and put it in your fridge, and the salt will absorb it and it'll turn it into this little preserved little orange thing, and you can like take that and add it to a certain sauce to make a steak thing. Like there's all, like Derek does all this
You're
stuff.
blowing
man.
my mind right
It's
now.
amazing. It's
I'm like,
amazing
what?
all the little things you can do it with sugar. You know, put it on sugar, and the sugar will soak into the yolk and
Really?
turn it into like a sweet little. Yeah, there's all kinds of things you can do.
With the eggs too, is like as long as you don't wash the eggs, those things are good for like 3 months on the counter.
On the counter.
Yeah,
you don't gotta refrigerate them.
You don't refrigerate them. Like
Wow.
we and one other country are the only countries in the world that washes our eggs, because when the chicken lays an egg, it lays it with a protective coating.
Yep.
And so they are really good for 3 months. Now after 3 months, then you're not going to want to eat those. But so that's what I would do if you want eggs. Bring me a carton
When
We'll
you
bring it
come
back.
over, you're gonna bring eggs over to me.
Yep.
And then I will give you cartons
All day long.
And I got something else for you too.
Oh.
Well,
So hi,
alrighty.
Colleen. Do you get your headphones working?
Kind of, yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, the right's still a little.
You know what? Charlie's not here to fix things. That's why things are breaking right now.
Yeah.
Miss you, Charlie. I know you're having a busy day moving. All you had to do was ask, buddy. We would have been there to help. Ooh. Is this for huevos?
Yeah, it probably needs to be cleaned a little bit, but it's for collecting eggs.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
Little egg basket.
All right.
Got it from some farm store.
Don't put your eggs.
I used to fill
all
that
your
thing
eggs
up,
in
and
one
I'd
basket.
had that in the fridge, and I'd had that thing full all the time of eggs. Yeah.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man.
No problem.
So what are we doing today? We only got one day left. This is Sunday, so we all go back to work tomorrow, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, what are you doing today? What you got going? We know what Colleen's doing. She's going to
She's
go
going-
rock hard.
That's right.
Oh, it sucks so bad. I got to go see fucking Nine Inch Nails. I guess I'll go.
God.
With my air-conditioned
Listen.
porta potty.
So ruining my day.
I have to wear like 3 lanyards, guys.
I know.
3.
I get to go out with my
Listen.
husband for 5 hours without my kids. Oh my God.
I
what
get
a
to
issue.
drink $15
no.
beers and ugh.
Last thing. I have to wear this wristband, and Brent's like, when you put this thing down to make it fit, you cannot take it off. So don't try to adjust it, take it off, or anything. Like, that's a lot of stress. I'm like, what if I put it on too tight?
Oh,
Like, that's the kind of shit now I'm gonna be like,
you've got it so rough.
This armband is not comfortable.
And it clashes with my shoes.
VIP armband.
God.
oh my
Jesus.
God.
the
All
shit
right.
I have to go through.
This is not a very important armband.
Well, I'll just, whatever.
I'm not cool. I'm important.
I'll get to go to another concert next month, and it'll be at the House of Blues, and I get to sit down because we paid extra money for those
Hell
seats.
yeah,
too.
that's the way to do it. Scott, what are you doing today?
I have no plans.
Really?
Like nothing. I have no kids. I'll probably do some stuff around the house, do some cleaning up. I'll probably edit this podcast. I got some little art projects I'm working on. I'll probably mess with, but really nothing. I have nothing. I don't have to go to the grocery. I don't have to mow the yard. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah. Aren't those days the best though?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I got nothing. I did everything yesterday. No, wait, I got to do my laundry today.
Binge watch a TV show.
Laundry's
But that's
done.
Succession. I started
Ooh.
watching that.
Oh my God. Thank you for saying that, Colleen. Like, do y'all have Paramount Plus?
Yes.
I did. I just canceled.
Okay.
it.
1883 you watched, right?
No.
No.
Paramount Plus is for the
No.
challenge
No.
and Survivor.
There's another show. Jared's been telling me to watch this show for about a month now, and I haven't done it. Last week after the NBA draft, Orlando Magic #1 pick, by the way. Thank you very much.
Sports ball.
I know, right? He goes, watch The Offer on Paramount Plus. The Offer. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna watch another TV show. I don't know. It's about the making of The Godfather, and it's the behind the scenes of Francis Ford Coppola. The guy that plays him is
this a show
the guy
or
from
documentary?
Fantastic Beast. You know Fantastic Beast?
Yes.
The Muggle.
Yeah.
The man. He's Francis Ford Coppola.
Okay.
And then I can't remember. Let me pull it up real quick.
So wait, is this like a written TV show? Or is it supposed to be like real life stuff?
It's a written TV show that's based on the true story of how
Okay.
The Godfather was
Interesting.
made, and the interest with the mob, and how the mob tried to shut it down. How the producer was tied into the mob because he was trying to get his movie made, so he's doing everything he can to befriend, Joe Colombo, in order to make this movie. And then it's like the head of Paramount almost sold it at one. Like there's this whole. That movie was the hardest movie in the world to get made, it seemed, because back then when The Godfather came out, there was other mobster movies that were out, but everything was mafia, crime, evil. Like The Godfather was kind of a beautiful picture about family and about they did what they did, but it was the struggle of is this what I want for myself? Like Pacino, everybody thought there's no way Pacino's going to be the guy that's the mob boss kind of future guy. And they didn't think in a million years they'd be able to get Marlon Brando to be the Don. Like that was a pipe dream, and it was never happening. And they had to go tooth and nail to get those people, like to get Pacino to be the guy. Like the movie studio was like, absolutely not. So they had to do it anyway behind their back, show them a screening of it that they left the first time. They wouldn't even watch it. They were so no. But when they finally watched it, they saw how beautiful of a performance that Pacino gave. They were like, oh my God, we have to do this. Well, Pacino didn't think he'd get it, so he signed a contract with another movie. And then the same company Paramount that did not want Pacino had to go negotiate to buy him out of his other deal to get him on it because he was so good.
Right.
And it's the story of just all of that.
Well, that's
amazing.
I'll watch that.
That's arguably one of the greatest films of all time, I would say.
Easily.
I mean, it's everything about it is good. The soundtrack, the cinematography,
yes,
all of it is so good.
When you see the writer who wrote this get with Ford Coppola, and they're both these little short, chunkier dudes, and they have this real passion and vision. The writer, Coppola, thought that writing was magical. So when they got together and sitting in this little back porch with a pool and everything, and their underwear and wife beaters, and they're trying to talk and write this story out, that's really how some of the biggest things, are done.
Right.
Like that.
Now, how does The Godfather, in your opinion, stack up to Casino, which is a more of a newer of the, gangster movies?
Man, Casino was so good too, man.
Right, but it's a different kind of right.
It's a different kind of good. It's kind of like the Casino. There's a few of them, The Casino. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Colleen, you've seen that one, right?
It's got.
I haven't seen either of them.
It's got a ton of big name actors in it. So,
well, Casino. Actually, I think I might have seen that one a long time ago. I don't remember. It's like The Godfather. I watched it a long time ago, but really don't remember it. And I don't remember liking it either.
It's got it's not The Casino. It's just Casino. It's got Al Pacino's in it. Robert De Niro. He's the big star. And then who was the other guy? I'm forgetting what's his name. Oh, Joe Pesci was the troublemaker. But that one, That's another example of like a perfectly casted movie.
It really was. Michelle Pfeiffer did a fantastic job on that one, right? She was at Casino, right?
No, Sharon Stone.
No, it was Sharon Stone. You're right. No,
that's when she was kind of peaking.
What's
too.
the one with Michelle Pfeiffer that was De Niro's wife?
Scarface?
No, that's it. Remember, she was his De Niro's wife. Was it Goodfellas?
I think it might have been Goodfellas. Yeah, because Scarface was Elizabeth Mastron something.
I don't know. See, all these movies are like the same to me.
And these poor guys, like De Niro
I
and
remember
Pesci.
The Sopranos.
Oh yeah, that was one of the greatest TV movies of all time, too. Yeah, Goodfellas was good.
Because Ray Liotta was in everything back then, man.
Yeah,
you know,
he still kind of is though.
He is actually. You're right.
Remember, he was in that one. Was it Red Dragon? And he was like the FBI agent who ended up having the top of the skull cut off while he was still alive.
Oh my God! Come on. Ugh.
But like the cast of this offer, it's
Lou Ferrigno, huh? They bring him out of mothballs.
Yeah, it's got Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah,
you remember from the Orange? What's the Orange? Something Orange.
Clockwork Orange?
Yeah. What? No. What was he in?
What?
No, he was
no,
in
Orange
way.
County. It was Orange County with Jack Black, I think, or something. They were brothers.
Oh, and you got the Game of Thrones thing.
I was just going to say the Game of Thrones thing's what
There's
I'm more
a
excited
couple
about.
really good shows. That Obi-Wan Kenobi,
something.
The House of Dragons is a Game of Thrones prequel, and they don't have the showrunners from the original Game of Thrones who ruined the first one. But
this guy right here, he's the guy that plays Ruddy, who's the producer of The Offer. He kills it. Like his role, and then he's also in the new Top Gun coming out. He's Maverick's son, not Maverick. What's
Goose?
Goose? No. Who's the bad
Iceman?
Iceman's son.
Okay, this guy,
son.
this actor, what's his name? Miles Teller. He's renowned in the industry for being a diva asshole.
He's a dick.
He's a total fucking pretentious,
Disney
entitled douchebag.
Yep.
That's
He's been around since he was a kid, man.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of movies.
He's a good actor too, because he was in that one jazz movie, where he was the drummer. What was that called? Because that was
Whiplash.
That was an
Whiplash.
excellent movie.
It's Whiplash.
Yeah, but once I learned that these guys are douchebags, it kind of takes the fun out of watching their movies. It's like, really? I mean, I don't know.
I kind of agree with you. Like, it's told, like, there's a lot of even women that are, you think, like, I can't remember her name now. She was hot, this blonde chick. She was in a lot of things early on, and then all of a sudden,
Tara Reid.
just boom. No, not her.
Well, that did happen.
But then
to her.
just like boom, she was such a kind of a bitch on stage. No one wanted to work with her, so she started
Katherine
losing a lot
Heigl?
of her. Maybe.
From Grey's Anatomy.
I think so.
I think you're right.
I think that's who.
But I mean, if you're difficult to work with, I mean, no one wants to work with you, then that's your own damn fault, as far as I'm concerned.
This guy that we're talking about, what I know him as, and I'm embarrassed to kind of say it, it's the remake of Footloose.
I
they're
never
remaking
saw
that?
the remake of Footloose.
No, they remade it already back in 2011.
Oh, wow.
So, but that dude is, you remember in Footloose, Kevin Bacon's best friend
Mm-hmm.
that he had to teach to dance, and he's kind of like the redneck guy. He plays the redneck guy in the new remake of Footloose.
Weird.
And he was so freaking good in it though. Like that Footloose is actually good.
Huh.
I
Okay.
like it. It's really good.
Listen, the original Footloose, I watched it a billion times. I love that movie.
I don't
This one
think
I've
I've-
never seen.
I don't think I've ever
The
seen
kid they got to be Kevin Bacon killed it. He did a great job.
Wasn't
the
he?
whole thing.
He was on a different show later on. I watched on USA. What was it? It was like Graceland or something. He's hot. Yeah,
Scotty,
he's
you got
super
some
cute.
trivia for us?
Yes, let's
Yes,
do
I
the
do.
trivia so I can start getting ready to go to a concert.
God.
Yay.
See him?
Oh, yeah.
See him? Only got a few. I got 4.
That girl looks like Allie a little bit with that disdain in her face.
Allie has that look, man.
Like,
she gives it to me all the
she
time.
gets it from her mama.
Gets it from her mama. Yep.
Christ. Her and we were at my dad's eating Thursday night. We do a spaghetti dinner over there on Thursdays. And Silas was behind her, like messing with her hair and fucking with her a little bit. And so she was messing with him back, and she pulled him over her onto the couch and was like beating him up, like fucking with him. And he got like this weird, like frustration, anger, and took his foot out and like went to kick her right in the fucking head. Like,
Oh.
boom, right in the top. Like, it wasn't her eye, it was like her head. And he got like 2 or 3 good kicks in where I was like, no! And she just like got up and like he was crying and upset like over the situation. Like, you hurt me. Like, I think she pinched him or something.
Yeah.
So he got mad. And she just got up and she just had that same stare face. Like, it didn't faze her or bother her or hurt her at all. And I was like, Jesus Christ, you just got face stomped 3 times and no response at all. Like, you're tough as nails.
That's a
Jesus
teenage
Christ. She's
girl.
like, whatever. It didn't even hurt. I didn't even feel it happen.
God.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's her.
Yep.
Damn. All right. When a beautiful butterfly. I'm going to do this again.
You all right over there?
When a beautiful butterfly lands on your arm, the insect isn't looking to make nice. Butterflies are known to A, drink sweat and blood. B, take a tiny crap on people.
You know it's got to be that.
C, want to mate. D, want to murder. How would you know?
I'm going A.
I'm going
They
B.
drink sweat and blood.
Oh,
I
it's
did
not
not
the
know
pooping?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know a butterfly
Shocking.
did that.
All right.
Chimpanzees are bonkers. They'll steal and eat the baby of rival clans. And they often accidentally eat their own kids.
What?
Mistake human babies for chimpanzees and
Oh.
steal them. Carry their skull around as a warning. I guess whoever they killed. Hang the skulls from a tree as decorations.
Dude,
Oh.
do not tell me it's the last one.
I'm going
That'd
with
be
carrying
crazy.
the skull around as a warning.
They mistake human babies for chimpanzees and
Ooh.
they steal them.
Damn.
There's videos you can watch of monkeys taking kids. And someone made a video of one riding up on a, or I think a monkey rode up on a motorcycle,
Get out
a
of
baby
here.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
And the motorcycle slid off and then they grabbed the baby and he tried to take off with it. But then the dad was able to beat the monkey off the baby and get his child back.
Wow.
Jesus.
I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm gonna say
I
it
doubt
is.
it.
Doctors have found a new way to cure inflammatory bowel and Crohn's disease.
Oh, I know this.
It involves plunging up the butthole, transplanting poop from a healthy person to a sick person, drinking a daily smoothie that includes traces of fecal matter,
I hate that this
medicinal
is
marijuana.
No, it's the fecal transplant. It's a thing.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, because basically all poop is
poop back and
just-
forth forever.
it changes your gut flora and your intestines and
Did you just say flora?
yeah, bacteria and stuff.
That's what it is. It's flora.
I know it
Gut
sounded
flora.
funny coming from him.
You purposely found poop questions, didn't you?
That's all I look for. If your new roommate admits to having ablutophobia,
Sure.
tobia,
That's his new fancy football team name.
ablutopia, abluphobia,
Is it a phobia?
abluphobia.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
Find a new place to live. Abluphobia is the fear of brushing your teeth, bathing, wearing clothes, sleeping alone.
Wearing clothes.
Sleeping alone.
It's the fear of bathing.
Oh,
Ah.
what?
Abluphobia.
Oh.
Abluphobia.
Is that the title of this episode?
Abluphobia, the fear
No,
of bathing. No,
figure
we
it
don't
out.
bathe.
Could you imagine being scared? be
Procedurals?
Scared to be clean.
Is it the fear of being clean or is it just the fear of the water?
Fear of bathing.
Huh. Yeah, that's pretty gross. That'd be a shitty phobia to have.
Like what?
Oh my god.
What?
Popeye's open yet?
Didn't everybody
it's
just
Popeyes.
quit at Popeyes?
No, but I did hear. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Like
Sorry. to
we
go off
need seriously, we need automation for fast food places. Nobody wants to work those fucking jobs. Nobody wants to deal with the asshole
No, but those
people.
jobs are important for
they
teenagers and
are
stuff.
important. I totally agree.
It's a good first
But
time job.
I'm telling you, automation is coming for all that because like people don't want to do that work. And I understand.
Someone's got to do it.
You're exactly right, but I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
So-
Miss you, Charlie.
Yeah.
We'll
Very
see you
much
next
so.
week, buddy.
We haven't had a full foursome in what?
Months.
We've had maybe one in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
But we're still plugging away, doing them every week.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
And
the most
it's,
important thing.
getting a lot of downloads. We're getting a lot of good feedback, guys. Everything's been really good.
Set a new milestone past the 30K, right?
Yeah, we passed 30K. So
it's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man, it's actually fantastic. It's awesome kind of getting all the feedback from people and people that listen. Like my sister listens, so all that, weekend she was telling me about this and that and the other thing.
Shout out to Brian, who listens all the time. Brian, Carlos, Tina, Pam.
Yeah, shout out to all you guys, man.
Mama
it's really
Dukes
awesome.
and Katie listen to quite a bit.
Yeah,
and Amber Jean from work, she listens.
Oh yeah, dude, she's awesome.
Good.
Amber, she follows, likes, and does everything. Man.
All right, enjoy your Sunday, guys. We'll see y'all. Love you.
Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more. Saying you're gonna be alright. Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more. Saying you're gonna be alright.
Dude, that's just killer. Oh, dude, that was awesome.